Hey guys, Dr. Chad here, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the best ways that you can fix foot pain. It's something I see overlooked all the time. There's not enough attention given to it. And I have to be honest with you, when our foot isn't mobile, when our foot's not stable, when we're not walking correctly, it leads to all kinds of problems up the chain with your knees, your hips, your back. Foot health is crucial. So this is going to be a longer video. I'm going to show you guys a lot of things that you can do to fix your foot pain, improve the health of your foot, keep it strong for the long run. I'm going to show you some of my favorite tools. I'm going to show you things that you can do in standing and laying down. I'm going to show you a way to assess yourself in terms of how mobile your foot is. And also before I get started on all this, I want to remind you guys just about the nature of the foot, right? So the foot itself is very intricate. It's one of the most, along with the hand, like the most intricate parts of the body. What's up, Suki? But it has 26 bones, 33 joints, 107 ligaments, and then 19 muscles. So it's super complex. And one of the things that helps support it is collagen. I'm a big fan of collagen, but most people are extremely deficient in collagen. It's the most abundant protein in the body, so it helps support the structure of your feet. So if you're interested in that, we put a link up there where you can learn about our native path collagen, because it's important that you do both. It's important that you support the structure of the feet and these exercises and these movements that I'm going to show you to get healthy feet, and drink lots of water. But we'll talk more about that later. So first thing we're going to do is show you how to assess the range of motion in your foot with dorsiflexion, okay? So what you'll need here is just a wall, right? And what you can see is I'm putting my toe up against the edge where the floor and the wall meet, and I'm keeping my heel on the ground, and I'm touching my knee to the wall, okay? This movement right here is what we're moving into dorsiflexion on our ankle, okay? What you can do is move back an inch, and now, can you keep your heel on the ground and touch your knee? Can you keep your heel on the ground and touch your knee to the floor? And what you want to do is work your way back, right? Can you do 3 inches? Keep your heel on the ground and work your way forward. This is an assessment to see how flexible your ankle is. By the way, I'm going to be showing so many things today. You may want to share this video on your thread so you can always come back and watch the video. You won't lose it. It'll be here on my Dr. Chad page, but this way it stays on your video, your what are they called? your Facebook page as well. So ideally, you want to have at least a fist length distance that can go between the wall and your hand, right? Most people do not have that at all. They can't go forward without the heel coming off, right? So I'm going to show you what normal looks like, right? So 6 inches is about where I can go. I can still have my heel on the ground as my knee tracks forward. That takes time. But you can see that is what about my limit where the heel comes up. But most people, you'll find even an inch, the heel comes up, okay? And I want to stress this so hard, because the reason why most people are tight in their Achilles, the reason why they don't have dorsiflexion in their joint, is because we're wearing cushioned shoes where the heel comes up off the ground. That's a big problem because you're never expressing full range of motion. That's why I'm a big fan of walking in flats, using flats, working out in flats, things with a flat cushion, so you retain that natural movement in your ankle, okay? Super, super important. So let me show you a Gastroc stretch that you can do. The Gastroc stretches not only from where the base of the heel is, but it crosses over the knee joint. So to stretch the Gastrocs, you want to have a straight leg. So let me show you what that looks like. Using the wall here, taking your foot up, putting the heel against the wall, keeping your leg straight, and then coming up, right? Right here. That is getting a lot of tissue. All this tissue in here, we want to loosen that up to restore that. So when you feel it, breathe. Just coming up, feel where it's slightly uncomfortable, breathe, and hold anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes on both sides. If you're doing 30 seconds, do 2 to 3 sets. If you're doing 2-minute holds, you can do 1 set. But right here, this way you get a good stretch in here. I'm going to also show you how to do this in laying down, so it's a little easier for many people who aren't mobile. Right? The other thing you can do is just what we were doing, is that you can work on bringing your foot away, touching your knee to the wall, touching it, touching it. And this just gives a gentle stretch to the soleus and works that dorsiflexion. So what you want to do is take it to where it's you're feeling a good stretch with the distance, and just keep moving in that area, right? A little further back for me, back and forth. And this is one you could do maybe 30 reps, 40 reps, 50 reps, keeping the knee in line with the second toe, okay? So that's a great way to improve ankle range of motion right there. Now let me show you some things you can do on the bed or on the floor. So I've got a belt. This is a nice easy way to stretch the ankles and improve the health of your feet. So there's two ways to do this, right? We can have a straight leg, like so, just like we were doing in standing, and pull here and get a stretch on the soleus. You can put a foam roll under here if you want. It's another thing you can do, and feel that stretch on the back of the soleus. Same thing, anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes, breathing, but trying to relax that foot, all right? To get the other muscle, all right, I meant gastroc here. To get the soleus, what we're gonna do is just bend the foot a little bit and do it this way, okay? So two different ways to do it. You can do it straight, or you can do it with bent. You're working different muscles, and you wanna work both of them right here, okay? So another thing you can do, if you're mobile enough, this is a really great way to improve your ankle range of motion, is to get in what I call like a side 90-90 angle with your hips. And with this front leg, you lean over it. Now you can see how there's range of motion being expressed here. You can take a weight, put it over this knee to give it extra pressure, and come over. And all this in here, that soleus, that ankle joint, is really expressing strong dorsiflexion range of motion here. And it's a great way to loosen that up. Same thing, 30 seconds to 2 minutes, all right? So those are, everything I've showed you up to this point are great things to work on this tissue in here, the calf muscles, you know, what we're calling the gastrocs and the soleus. Now I want to talk about what's happening in here, where all the joints, the ligaments, and the tendons are, the fascia, the plantar fascia, right in here. Okay, so an easy thing to do, where'd it go? Where'd my ball go? Okay, lacrosse ball. I have a trigger point lacrosse ball here. You can have any lacrosse ball, you could have a golf ball, you could have a tennis ball. They're all really nice because they give you different types of pressure on the foot. So you just put this on the ground, you can sit, and you roll right over it. You go right where it hurts, in the tender spot, especially like in the arch and in the back of the heel. And you just put pressure on it. And it's nice because you can put a little pressure on it if it's really sensitive, or you can put a lot of pressure on it by standing up and moving around it a little more, okay? But different areas of the foot, and you can find these, just Google or search Amazon for lacrosse balls, or you could do trigger point lacrosse balls. And this is a nice way to loosen up that tissue, because what's happening with plantar fascia, it's really plantar fasciitis. It's just like the tendons have been kind of inflamed. They're kind of tearing apart a little bit, and they get stuck. They get they lose their suppleness. So to help it, you've got to move it around. You've got to move it around. So golf ball, tennis ball, lacrosse ball, all super, super helpful things. I'm also a big fan of just taking some coconut oil, right here, and then put it on the foot. And if you have a buddy, a spouse, just working in there, getting your thumbs and really going in there, finding that tissue that's really tight and really going after it, okay? Easy things to do, just to open up that tissue. Remember, also drink a lot of water. Super helpful that you're getting a lot of water and hydrating that tissue, hydrating the joints. Foot circles. One of my favorite things to do to improve strength is just simply make circles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an easy thing you can do before and after your workouts. You'd be surprised how many people do not have that ability to do that simple control. They have lost the proprioception in their foot, because remember, when we wear these high-heeled cushion shoes, it's like we're casting our feet. Our brain literally forgets how to start using our feet. So bad, so bad for you. So doing those foot circles is an easy way to strengthen up the feet. I'm also a big fan of these bands. I'm going to show you something you can do here. with a band, right? I have these little TheraBands. You can just go to Amazon, do a search for TheraBands. I have a yellow one here. And all you need is just to prop it around something, make a loop, and you can strengthen the foot in all the different directions here. So I have something propped up. You could do this on the edge of the bed, keeping the foot forward, going to the side, going this way, side, this way. So I'm working on supination of the foot, giving myself resistance, right? So there's 4 directions we want to work. If I come this way and pull it here, now I'm working strengthening in dorsiflexion, right? Right there, really easy. And if I rotate this way, have the foot forward and go out the other way, it's all from the ankle, it's not from the hip. The knee stays forward. This is strengthening. And that pronation, right? When you want all of them. And for toe raises, for plantar flexion, I mean, you can do it's just a simple thing, standing on the wall, going here. You can work on walking with your toes up. That's another thing you can do. You can work on walking on the side of your feet. That's another thing you can do, right? All really good things. I forgot to show you one more thing on the foam roll that I really like to do for loosening up tissue in here. It's just getting the foam roll. There's so many different types of foam rolls. This one is a 36-inch. It's a little big, but the trigger point foam rolls are really nice too. But you just lift up the hips here and roll back and forth. You can have your foot pointing towards one side, foot pointing in, foot pointing up. You can work way down towards the heel, and you can work way up by the knee. And it needs all of it, right? A healthy foot has all of that. Okay, so real easy things you can do. And if you want to go big, you can use one of these therapy guns. So I love these things. I mean, you can get rid of like knots in your back and stuff like that. It's another good thing to do, but don't fall in love with it. Keep doing the exercises. But you can put this right in the foot and go right after it, right? So these are called therapy guns. They're a little expensive, but they do great things, right? They're anywhere from like $200 to $600, $700. So the one I have here is called Sonic. It's a kind of a good, affordable one. Another really good one, the high quality one, it's called Theragun. That's one I really like a lot. By the way, if anybody wants to send me a Theragun from the Theragun company, I will gladly keep saying and showing amazing things about the Theragun. So those are other things you can do. And in general, I just want to kind of reiterate the importance of when you're walking with your feet forward, right? When you're walking with your feet forward, you're expressing that dorsiflexion range of motion, right? This right here. We want to be able to express this, where the knee comes forward past the toe. Many people are like, boom, because they're wearing high-heeled cushioned shoes, especially you women. This is problematic. Don't do what they tell you to do. You look pretty in flat feet. So walking barefoot in grass is really helpful. Walking up slight inclines can be helpful, but it takes time to get used to that. Start with working on lowering shoes that lower the cushion. Get close to the ground, get your heel more integrated with the ground, and you'll notice it helps your movement quality as well. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, you can share this on your feed. That way it's always available to you. Please leave any questions, any comments you have. I'm happy to answer them. And yeah, just last reminder, check out Collagen. I put a link at the top. We can also put links in the comment sections, but the most abundant protein in the body supports all those tendons in the feet, the joints, the bones, everything is supported by collagen. So it's important that you do both the exercises and ingest the good stuff, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna go take Maya for a walk. You guys have a good day. Okay, bye-bye.